Welcome to another Plan 6-part video. Today's video, Spitfire rear brakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the rear brake drum, and we're going to clean it up, and we're going to put it back on. Now, I just on the far side, and look, I was doing the video for this anyway. However, this is going to give me some trouble because the handbrake is off and it's not moving. So it's pretty seized on there. That's not good. It looks like somebody's already chiseled into this. I don't know if you can see this. Somebody's already given it a good chisel. I'll show you when you take it off. It's on the camera's on the stand. And what we're going to do is in part one, I'm going to remove it. I'm going to show you how to remove the adjuster and everything. Because I feel like since it's seized, I don't think the handbrake is engaged. I don't think it's that because there is a bit of play here. Most likely, I think it's the adjuster down the bottom. You've gotten out and it's seized out. Ah, here comes the train. Ah, it's going to be noisy. So, now when the train goes by. I'm not starting another video over this train. So what we're going to do first to get this off is we're going to remove the screws here. Now, I've already had a little crack at these and I've heated them up a bit beforehand because they were stiff, so they should pop out. I got a bit of movement. So, but in all honesty, like these are badly chewed. I don't know if you can see them great, but like they are bad. Somebody's obviously trying to get it off before and grind it and chopped it and banged it instead of heating it up, which is a common mistake. People think you can lumberjack it out. No, just get your blowtorch or a acetylene torch or something like that and heat it up. Heat it up as best you can and get it out. Same as this one. It's all grooved down and everything. It's terrible. Sorry, there's mosquitoes flying around here. Okay, that's out. Next thing I want to do is actually take the cover off. Now, usually these screws here are not designed to do any mechanical work or anything like that. They're only simply to hold it in place during manufacturing. So like some people, even if you didn't put the screws back in, it doesn't make a difference. It's just there to hold it in. What holds it on is when you put your wheel on the studs here and it goes in. That's what actually physically holds it on. So now I'm going to need a hammer because I know it's stuck. So yeah. Shouldn't have to bang it off, but unfortunately. Alright, here we go. Hang on to move the camera. You need to get under it. Obviously, it's important to try bring it out evenly, so you're not. Now, at this point, what I could do is instead of tapping it with a hammer, and I'm sure somebody's already probably screamed at the thing is. I can get a bearing puller, a large bearing puller, grip it on and put it in and pull it off. Yes, I can do that. Does the one I have fit? Well, I'll find it first, it'd be handy. I have some big ass bearings, actually I have a big kit. If you want to go down there, since I'm making the video, I'm going to show you. So, you have a kit like this, you can see. This will open up and actually you could do it. Or you have the standard 3-prong puller that you could that just grips on and goes through the middle, which I had got, and of course now I don't know where it's disappeared to. Yeah, it's going for a walk. Anyway, it's almost off, so I'll go back to the caveman way and tap it off with the hammer. So obviously I'm going to watch for, and again the reason why I don't want to pull it one direction is because I don't want to get, if I want to hopefully save the brake pads. A lot of pressure. Okay. Alright. So we have it off. Hang on, let me get this back out of the way again. So, just looking at it here, I don't know why she seized. I don't know why she was too much pressure on her, because the adjuster here looks like it's in all the way. It hasn't adjusted at all. And to be sure, you can always get your spanner, or there is a particular one for it. Let's see if it moves. Oh, again. Oh, it's stiff. That's like the far side. It's pretty much seasoned spot. Okay, so now the best way to get this off, we're going to remove our pads. Now, let me zoom in so you can see. Sorry, the mongrel next door is having a talk to somebody. Maybe me, who knows. In here, it's basically, you have, like the TR6, you have a pin, goes through, and this little cup has a slit. So as it goes through, you turn it and it just rests on it. I'll take one after it. So what we're really doing is we're just going to push in the springs, one either side, push it. And then we can either grab this and twist it, or we can do it by hand from the back. So under the spring, you can see it just has a little hole, just enough for it to fit through. And you just twist it basically 90 degrees, and the hole's on there. So not too bad to get off. Getting them on is a little trickier. I find the TR6 one's a little easier. Alright. Make sure you take these out. The reason why is that if you forget to remove them, what will happen is when you go to put the brake pads back in, you get lodged behind it and you wedge down. So make sure you take them out. It's always good to clean them up. Now, there's two ways you can do this. I'm not going to take the whole lot off. All I'm going to do is I'm going to re-clean this. But there's a split pin here. You take the split pin off and that will allow you to remove this out. And you can either take it out from the top or the bottom, either way. I take it out from the bottom. So there is a gap here. Let me show you this here. Oh, hopefully I don't hit. Please don't let me hit stuff. I'll pause. Oi. So what we're looking for in the brakes is this part here. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a flat head in there, and it gives me a bit of leverage to go, and I'll get a bit of leverage and I'll pop it out until it slots around. I'll do the same then with this side. I'll slot out to the two of them come loose and just hang loose. Now if you were taking them out completely, like I said, there's a split pin up here. You just remove that, and you do the same at the top. And just remember how they're shaped and where you go. Like most brake shoes, there's one to the top, one to the bottom. So if you look at it there, you'll see where it is. It's pretty much one to the top, one to the bottom. So this one here being the bottom end of it because it's shorter. That one going up. And if you're ever changing your wheel cylinder. Alright, so now I'll put this back up. I'm gonna pop it out. One, two. So I have a good bit of pressure off of there. So now I have it off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back of the adjuster, and I'm basically going to take it off and let it drop down. One of these days I'm going to buy a hoist so I don't have to crawl the floor. If only you knew when I moved over here I was going to do this at a railway crossing. I used to like trains. I hear them every day like that. Well, at least 15 times a day. Ugh. Like I said, this adjuster here is the same as the TR6. So if you really wanted to swap it, you could actually take this out and put the one for the TR6 in. It's the same one. But you can unseize them. I'm going to do a little video of this So in part 2 you'll see where I've already done it. I'm going to put it back in. Because these can be saved, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they're so badly seized they're not worth it. Depends how much effort you want to put into cleaning them. It says they're pretty cheap, so sometimes it's easier just to actually replace them. But we'll do a clean on it. I'll show you how to do a clean in case you don't and you want to reuse your parts. The whole idea of trying to keep the cost down is to try to fix what you have first before you replace it. That's either way too old, or it's useless, or it's best to replace it. Some things when you get this so old, it's best to do it. Alright, just 2 nuts hold us on the back. Most likely I'll have to tap it out as well. You have 2 choices. One is you can tap the threads, but I don't like tapping threads, so I just put a screwdriver to the back of the adjuster. Of course, this has to get away. Let me adjust this again. Because it should really just fall out, but it's not going to, especially if it's seized. Okay, so in case you've seen, I put a flathead right between the bottom of the arms here, and I put it against this, so I'm banging here. That's where I'm hitting. So that way I'm not treading or breaking the threads. As you can just see, this thing is terrible. In most cases, this will be a replacement. But I'm going to do a video on how to fix it and restore it. So that's that for this. Like I said, if I was doing the whole lot, I'd take the brake pads out, I'd make sure this is okay and set okay, and then I'd simply be putting new ones in. But all I'm doing is redoing this. I'm going to put it back in and readjust the brakes. So see you in part 2. Thanks.